So, street photography in London with the Leica M10 and the Kipon Elegant 24mm. So this lens was lended to me by Kipon to make this review. So I had it for about a month now. So Kipon is a lens manufacturer from Germany. They actually do camera adapters and lenses. And I met them at the photography show where we discussed a bit about Leica, and I saw that they had Leica lenses there. So I asked them if I could borrow one for a month. So they sent me one to try, and I really enjoy it so far. And today I thought I would bring you to somewhere I actually never shot before. I've been here before, I never shot before, which is the Barbican. And I was looking for a lens that is wider than 35, just because I shoot a lot of events and parties, and I always like to have this light setup. So I wanted something a bit wider. I did like it, I did enjoy it, but this still, I feel something special about the 35 Summicron that I have. Albeit it's 3 times the price as this one, so it's a bit of a shame. So I did enjoy using it for parties. But well, I give my opinion of this lens at the end of the video anyway. It's also a good lens to go to places that are very busy. So the other day I was walking around a Sunday market, it's Columbia Road Flower Market. And that was good as well to get a few snaps of with this camera, because you are really in the middle of the crowd. You have to get really close to people to get the shot. And that was quite enjoyable. I did some reflection shots. I did some flower shopping. And there's also a brand activation event that was going on there that I took some snap on. Then I moved on, I carry on Brick Lane, which is also busy, very busy on a Sunday. And there I also snap a few shots, which my favorite is this one here at the bagel shop. A lot of people always stand outside this bagel shop eating bagels. And for once, the shutter was off. So I waited quite a few minutes for someone to walk in and eat the bagel, and I get this shot of this girl eating this bagel and just also noticing me, not that I took the shot, but I was, how do you call it, fishing? Yeah, I was fishing during that time. So sitting there, hunting or fishing, what's the one? Oh, I don't know. You tell me in the comment what this is. Well, so I was waiting for the right opportunity to take the shot. So yeah, I'm gonna do some monochrome, because actually monochrome JPEG in this camera are exceptional. And it's not really a nice day here in London. Well, there's a few sunny spells here and there, but some weird people. I live in London. You have to always look over your shoulder. I want to do some picture in monochrome and then also in color, so you can see the cast. But I guess you have seen the colors in the images previously. I'm not really good at architectural photography, so and it was also 24. So I think maybe here you probably do need a long lens, but I don't know. Let's see what we can get with it. And I will try to use it at f4. So this is a Kipon Elegant 24, f2.4. So even to shoot at night is not that bright, but at night I do use the flash, so it doesn't make any difference. But here I like to shoot at f8 when I do street stuff. But I don't think you can see the performance of the lens when I shoot at f8, because then all the lenses are the same. So I'm gonna try to shoot as low as possible and then just bump my shutter. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot shutter priority. I'm gonna stay between 2.4 and 4, f4, even if I don't like to do that. But it's just so we can assess the lens quality. It's not going to be anything technical. It's just let's have a walk around the Barbican and take some. We see. I'm talking too much. Let's go for a walk now. So the thing that people are attracted with the Barbican is these leading lines and the shape and everything. And they try to get people in between with beams of light and stuff. Even there, you have a lot of patch of light, which I think street photographers find interesting. So let's go hunting, fishing, whatever. I need to look back at my vocabulary, my street photography vocabulary. Some light coming in now, that'd be nice. What really frustrates me with this camera is like it decide on the exposure for you, which is really annoying. Actually there. Infinity, focus, boom. I'm f4 infinity here. But you know I want to, and he exposed directly to the sky. That really frustrates me. I don't know what to do with it. So I have to point down first and then go up so I can keep the exposure. And it comes out like super bright. I don't know why it doesn't expose like it looks like at the screen. Like now it did it. Very weird. That's something I still need to figure out with this. That middle bit there is a patch of light, so it's good someone walk there. But let's see. I'm focusing on the Barbican center writing, and then maybe with luck. No, it's not walking in the middle. It's not going in the middle. No, but it's walking in the light. One coming now. He's in the middle. The photographer photographed. But it's 24, so it's actually too far. I think, and now it's time. Okay, you can see that's the frame with the tree thing at the top there. Boom. Even without human, it's a nice frame. I got a good one earlier there when I was down the steps. The woman looking back and she was doing pretty much the same face. I did a slow shutter. That curve there is not bad. Another fishing point. It would be nice, you know, because if someone just walks in here, they are just placed here into the middle of the frame. That would be amazing. Infinity. But even that alone is a nice frame, you see. But I need someone, not her. You see? A bit of patience help. I don't really like to have people on their phones. These are not my best pictures, but at least we get some London architectures going on. I guess that's a nice frame. Like trying to put the pillar between the window. Let's see what we can do. I think I need to come closer. It's not bad. Not bad of shape. This guy is back again. It would be good if he was running in the middle of the light. But I think I didn't get him. It's too dark anyway. Nice. Would have been good if someone was sitting there. It'd be a better frame, but it's nice anyway. In black and white, it's so nice with the light. You can really see all the light coming through, because in color, actually I'm gonna show you. It's not as great as the black and white, you see? Not great. Color, much black and white, much better. Monochrome on. It's annoying how you have to. The good thing with the ZF, the black and white, is just one click. You don't have to go into the menu to do that. Over here. had a really good shot of someone walking here, and he lives in the building when I see him. But there's two coming in. I want them in the middle of my frame, not her, with a bag. There's a nice couple coming in now. Yeah. It's not the same though. And then there's also this woman here. She was good when I was here. Look. I took a shot of her. She was alone there. I'll do it again for you so you can see. So with the rangefinder, let me just show something. You know where I'm focusing? There, you know, it's focus assist. I'm focusing on the blue thing here, so anyone that walks there will be in focus. So I don't need to recompose my shot. It's about 30 feet, 8 meters, más o menos. And then the shot will be there, like the person will be walking in this patch of light, and then I'll snap it. It's pretty quiet today. I don't know where. Another one, snap. Cool. That's a nice one. Just wait until she's kind of alone in the frame. Yes. There always be people, but it's not bad. I usually don't like to take pictures of back of people's head, but this is so peaceful kind of shot. Kind of nice, well balanced. I love it. I also love the modern era of digital nomadism. Digital nomads. Not the only one filming. Oh, phone dropped. Anyway. Yeah, that was good, but I had to stop because it's so windy and there's a lot of pollens flying and like coughing and everything. But it was a good experience. I still need to improve my, how do you call it, my architectural skills in photography. But it was a nice and challenging time to come here and to take some picture of the Barbican and to try this new lens. It's very windy, so I don't know if you can even hear me when I do commentary, even with the nano. So I think this lens is very good for the price. It cost 500. Let me not be too close to the camera. I don't like it. It cost, yeah, the lens cost 550 pounds. So the 24 from Leica, they are very expensive, around the 2K mark, something. So 24 is not the focal length that I'll be using very often. So there's no point me spending that much money on 24. But this I'll definitely consider it for wide scene, walking around crowd, going to parties, where especially parties where I don't want to take the full expensive kit, because having my 35 or my M10 is like super expensive. Like if something happened to it, it's a bit hard to get it back. So yeah, so that's a good compromise to have. I'm very happy with the image quality. Sorry, I cannot do like a brick wall test because I'm not interested. I just wanted to show you the pictures. Obviously the pictures that are in color, they are at f8. So I cannot really criticize something. But let's get a few details around that I'll put up here on the screen. I'll go around, take some detail at 2.4. So you can see how it looks like when it's wide open. But yeah, I didn't find there was like a massive difference with the 35 Summicron. There is, of course, a lack. There's something special about that aspherical 35 that I have anyway. There's just like a humph about the lens, especially at night. I love it, like when I take it to parties. There's just something about the lens. It's like, I love it. totally in love with that lens. I think I'll never ever sell it even. Unless someone sends me a Simulux, and I say someone sends me because I'm not spending money on it. Nothing bad to say. Maybe one negative, there's no focus tab. But I didn't find that I was missing a focus tab. I think it was still fine. And it's very stiff. The aperture ring is very stiff, so you actually don't need really a focus tab. It was really easy for me to know my marking. And the markings here are a bit different. You see, I don't know if you can see. Let me add my face. It's different kind of markings. So there's no 3 meters. You just kind of guess it. It just go from 2 to 4 meter, then 8 meter, when the Summicron goes 2, 3, 1.5, 7, 10. So then here it just go from 8 to infinity. That's what the difference is. But other than that, I don't think if you just get it for street photography that you can tell them apart. You definitely cannot tell them apart. So if you're looking for cheap alternative, I have to do that because it's windy. If you're looking for cheap alternative for a Leica M mount, then I will definitely recommend Kipon. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and as usual, live inspired. Don't forget to subscribe. Never ask it, but I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I count on you for that. Cheers, bye.